On demand.
Yeah, besides pirating or BitTorrent.
On demand. It's
Yeah, you're gonna buy it. You're gonna buy it.
On demand gets a week early.
How much for on demand? Cinema Now or Vudu?
$5.99
Or
or
Apple
$4.99.
TV, right? $5. So if Apple TV, Cinema Now, which is Best Buy, by the way, and Vudu, V-U-D-U, is Walmart, are $4. So they were charging $1. The competition was $4 to $5, but they were new for a while, like about 2 years. And then we found out we could trust them, right? We put a little credit card in, or we better yet, we went online, redbox.com or blockbusterexpress.com, and we didn't get hacked. We enjoyed life, it worked. So now we trusted it, we were comfortable with it, and now they had pricing power. Now they had pricing power. So with that said, now they can raise the prices. What are we gonna do? It's $3 right now. Yeah, we're not, because it's Fast 5. It's $3 there, but it's gonna be $4 on demand. Now maybe, if you were used to using, like Apple TV's $5, right? You guys have Apple TV? All right, Apple TV's $5. Cinema Now is $4 for video on demand. Maybe I'm starting to think, like, you know what, I don't want to have to spend my gas, but I mean, how many of us do you go to Vons or Ralph's regularly? Well, if I get a gallon of milk once a week, I'm going to be in the market, maybe it's not a big deal. But other times we get pricing and we get really offended with it, right? Like parking. How many of you try to park at Staples?
$30.
Right? That's like a tax on the Clipper games, right? It's like, that was before they had Blake Griffin, right? Before Blake Griffin, $25, I'm going to a Clipper game, but the tickets were 10, what am I doing? It was 25 to park, and it's 10 to, you just hopefully you're going to LA Live afterwards. So, what happens is, we look at that as all part of the price of the component. So if somebody said to you, do you guys remember when Dodger parking was cheap? Yeah. Remember that? How much was Dodger parking, say, 4 years ago, before the McCourts?
10.
Yeah, $10. So if I said, hey guys, I got a loan ticket for you, I'm going to put in a will call, you could almost always say, I'll take a flyer. Now, how about parking now?
15.
Yeah, it's 15 or $20, for the better part. And it's like, if the Dodgers are really sucking, do I really want to, even though you gave me a free ticket. I had a friend give me a ticket to the Stanford SC game, and I went. Whoa. But I went to it was cool to see Andrew Luck. It was amazing, and both teams were excellent. It was good to see. Yeah, it was a good game. But the fun thing was, it was amazing. I had to park right down there, and it was one ticket for me to $25. So that was added to the cost of things. So sometimes when you're doing business where you work, yes,
You see, at a USC game, you can't compare because the whole tailgating experience around the Coliseum, it's a whole different ball of wax.
Absolutely. They were all for, when you have the right shirt on, they give you the beers and everybody welcomes you. No, it was a good one there. They were nice. But the big thing was, which is interesting, yeah, you can't tailgate in Dodgers anymore, Dodger Stadium. But the big thing is, what do you need to do that they could tax your business? What would happen right now if you had an assessment, if Robert's company assessed you $20 to be above a megabyte to use Time Warner broadband? Would you still use it? Or would you say, maybe I'm just going to use the internet on my smartphone? And now what happens to Netflix? Netflix can charge you and I $8. But what happens if our broadband access goes up? That's like parking for them. So when we start to think of pricing issues, I want you to think of things like, for example, one of you mentioned in your papers you have easy parking for your patients. Well, if you have easy parking, that's a competitive advantage because that's going to be a price for someone else. It's an added price. So when you think about pricing, we're going to talk about those things today. So let's go ahead and turn to page 3 and let's take a look at online coupons. And how many of you have used Groupon? I think we talked about this. About half of you? I think half of you done Groupon and Living Social?
Yeah, right.
Good. I hope you do. You get a Gmail or a Yahoo. Get a second one because you'll get, after a while, it'll be like 800 messages over a year. But there's going to be one you're going to want, right? We talked about that last week. Like you might want the Tops Burger one, 5 for $10. And one of the things we want to talk about is trying to target and reach new customers and, how they might convert to stay with us long term. So one of the problems is we become the perennial coupon maximizers. Are you or any of your loved ones, have you guys seen that, like the extreme couponing show?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, I want to know, like, okay, she got $4,000 in groceries, like for, $6. I can't get out of Ralph's for under a C note, right? But it's like, how did she get, but of course she lost her whole house to coupons, right? I don't think we want to give up the Monday Night Football room to the coupon shelves, But one of the things is, if I give you a coupon, have I just trained you that my prices are really inflated and fake and you got to wait for another coupon? Think of Soup Plantation, Acapulco coupons. Has anybody ever gone to Acapulco without a coupon? right? It's like the waiter automatically looks at you like I'm gonna get a tip on $12. It's like, no, I'll tip you on 22. Don't worry, it's okay. You know, it's like, yeah, I'll get nervous. But one of the things we have to think about, sometimes I can expose you to something and you go, this is kind of cool. I like this. It might be the new Pepsi Buzz drink, you guys, right? Red Bull, Full Throttle. It could be the first time somebody took you to a really nice steakhouse and you realize that if your parents took you to Outback all your life, that wasn't the top-end steaks. And I like Outback. Nothing wrong with blooming onion is the thing to get them. All right. So the next thing we got to figure out is how to get you to come into our place, how to get you to try our business, but not get addicted to coupons, right? That's a big challenge. So one of the things that we like about these times is that these things focus on time sensitivity. If you get it, say your business is slow. When was the florist business slow, Miguel?
In the summer.
Summer? How about time during the day? Was there a time when you and the florist were just sitting around, like in the back?
Yeah, about like 9 to 11.
Dead, right?
Yeah.
9 to 11. Where's your business dead? When's your business? Nobody needs web updates at 6 a.m. I can tell you our business is all clock late. People come home from work, they add for stuff. Nobody wants any web work 8 to 10 in the morning, right? Unless I got an East Coast customer. When's it quiet for you guys? Friday after 3? How's Friday after 3 to your work?
Busy.
Right? Can you okay, busy, that's your busy day? Some people it's the end of the month, some people it's the first of the month. Well, what happens if you have a dead time at work and you could say, I'm going to drive a promotion to get somebody to come in the next 4 hours? Well, see, now this is kind of an interesting thing. This is what I like about Living Social and Groupon, because they also have the daily deals. So now I come in and say, you're not too busy right now, you know, maybe I'll come out there and do that and come on in and have a more frequent use in the store. Or, you know, other things, right? If you're a doctor's office even, you know, I've had dentist's office go, you know, teeth cleaning. You know, I mean, and that's a really crazy thing to think of an impulse buy. But if, you know, what does your dentist charge you for teeth cleaning?
40, 50 bucks.
That's cheap. Have you guys, anybody dentist gone over 100 on them yet?
My
There's a
dentist
lot of
just
80,
paid
90, yeah.
Damn.
You know, you gotta get a bank loan to get your teeth cleaned now, right? And they give you that fake stale kid's toothbrush, right? You know, you just wanna go like, that's going right to the Salvation Army or the homeless mission, thank you. Right, it's like they think they're giving you something, you know. Yeah, that's right, that's true. You know, here's one with the dentist's name on it, you know, they think they're doing the same thing, right? But what happens now, if you said there was a new legitimate dentist in town, and you're trying to break in, and you say, you know, $45 teeth cleaning, you know, meet the doctor. So you go, I'm going to come in and get my teeth cleaned, and then you come in here, the office is really nice. I never would have been here otherwise. Now, it's not like you're going to get me waiting for a Groupon again to clean my teeth for 45 bucks, but now you've exposed me to a new dentist. So that's an example of where you've given the promo on the teeth cleaning, but obviously it's a lifetime value of the customer is much more. How much you guys spend on dry cleaning each year? Anybody have suits or dresses to work?
Yeah.
You don't, if you're more casual now, that's cool, but if you gotta wear suits, you have Chase, you're gonna be wearing suits all the time. Think of how much is it to dry clean a nice dress, ladies? How much is it? $10. Suits, what do you guys play?
Depends on where I go. If the one place
Windsor,
I go,
Bryan's?
it's like 18 bucks.
18 bucks, wow.
It's
Where was
because
that? That's
Milton Edie's in Burbank.
really, that's premium.
It's because they're 24/7,
Oh, 24,
365.
okay, there's a service aside, Alicia.
I paid 12 for a dress.
Yeah, 12 for a dress, okay, 10 to 12. So imagine now, if
Dry
you're
out.
gonna dry clean one item a month
Get there by 7.
for yourself, and say if you have a spouse, say you're spending 50 bucks a month at a dry cleaner's. That's 600 bucks a year. Multiply that, if I'm gonna be in business for another 30 years, another 20 years, picture your time frame, right, 40 years. Well, $60, you know, $600 a year of dry cleaning times 40, that's a lifetime value of that customer. Not including the viral mark of you saying, wow, I work in Burbank too, and something spilled on myself, and I sometimes have dinner meetings, I wanna know, where to go. And it's like, so you start to expand the business that way. Well, this young lady here, Jennifer London, she had Zoom Smoothie Shop in New York, and there were a dime a dozen. There's a million, there's Jamba Juices and Robbins and a million independents. So she issued out a Groupon, and the way it works, essentially the company has to pay 50% of the coupon price is generally what they're going to keep. So if you say $10 off, then Groupon got $5 out of it. And they do about $500 million in revenue based on it. They're going to have an IPO pretty soon on that too as well. And 13 million people and growing have registered to receive those emails. On page 4, it continues on. This is the huge number, first paragraph. 22% of its customers make a repeat visit.